Something
we gotta make it official now.
All right, something I can.
This is not quite as good as being ordained, but you know.
Now I'm definitely. Now it's official. Now
Who's got a camera? Who's got a camera?
Over there.
There you go. Look at that.
This will be our first webisode, by the way.
Bishop Murphy's gonna love this when he's. Talk about typecasting.
All of you must be familiar with the panettone, you know, the pastry you get at Christmas time.
It comes in the box. It's like an Italian Twinkie. It lasts forever.
Never goes bad, you know. It's like your wine, you got vintages on it and stuff. But you know, you usually get too many of them, and you want to use them up. And this, I just love this recipe. My grandfather had showed me this recipe, but it's very similar to the one that Marian Esposito does in her book as well. And you can see it's got all the raisins and fruit and candied fruit and stuff like that. And what we're gonna do is just cut it up into like bite-sized pieces. If you
Okay, so I'll do some.
I'm putting you to work, all right?
Now I like this with butter and like toasted in the morning.
Oh, delicious.
So Angelica, take it now.
Forget about it. We're not making a recipe.
Now, does anybody know what the Easter Italian bread is called? The Italian cake? It's not panettone. And Easter time is a different one. Not pizza grana. No, it's a different one. Miguel Domingo. What do they call it, Miguel? Does he say it?
He stumped everyone.
Mike, what's the one at Easter time that's not a panettone in the shape of the dove? Colomba.
Oh, yeah.
That's the other one, right? Yeah, that's a dialect one. All right, Sal, I'm doing the best I can.
He's from Sicily?
Yeah, he's from Sicily. 3 stands and did a day's work.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Perfectly clean.
He's great. He's a great cook.
Okay, Sal.
Shove it down here. Now this is kind of it's kind of dry. It's kind of dry, so we're gonna moisten it up. And again, this recipe is in front of you.
No mirror overhead like it works.
Yeah, you're right. Now, actually, in the recipe it says to beat all the ingredients together, but if you do put them in here and just let it soak for a little while, it'll work just as well. You got a quart plus a half a cup of milk. I use the whole milk. If you want to use, you can use skim as well. It will be as rich. So well, if you're lactose intolerant, of course, but then this recipe wouldn't work for you. We have some sugar.
Just a little bit of sugar.
Half a cup, 3 large eggs beaten.
Beautiful.
This is masala wine, sweet masala cooking wine. It's 1 cup. And this has sort of an orange flavor to it, so I'm putting some of the frangelico in there. You could use that or Grand Marnier. Grand Marnier. A little cinnamon.
All I need is a couch and a TV.
Some vanilla powder.
Just the TV.
Yeah, maybe that's it. How you like this?
Vanilla powder we have happens to be very strong. You know, you can see by which one you use. Sometimes vanilla bean, you know, it depends on how it is. And I have a half a cup of butter, which gives you your real richness to this.
Everything's better with butter, right?
Oh, fat and salt, right? That's it. That's about
You
it.
can't really beat that, can you now?
And that we would just mix together. You want me to? I'll mix it for you.
You're the pro.
And if you don't mind, we're going to grate the skin of 1 orange in there.
Okay.
Now, if you like lemon better, you know, then you would put limoncello instead. You can put limoncello and then grate a lemon instead. And just really make sure it all soaks in and mixes really, really well. And that really gives it a great flavor.
It smells great too.
Anything in baking, I love to use orange or lemon peel. And always, even when I make a plain sponge cake, as a base for a cake, I use lemon and orange peel in it.
Now, in a
as
world
well.
where most restaurants buy their desserts, right? Just have them delivered and serve them. You're making your own desserts?
We make almost all of them, as a matter of fact. Yes, we do.
And you do a lot of this stuff too. I mean, I've seen you in action.
Stuff that takes time. Usually what I do is work in the morning. I make, you know, the stuff that takes time. I cut up the veal. I make the sauces, the soups, a lot of the baking. All of the things that take a little bit more time. That's why when someone comes in and orders veal parmesan, it's already cut up. The sauce is ready. It's just ready to go.
And every day you make about how many gallons of sauce?
Oh, the marinara is the most popular. We probably make between 10 and 15 gallons a day of that. And the tomato sauce is just behind that. That's the second most popular. We also make the meat sauce. And a very popular dish of the meatballs, my grandfather's recipe was veal. He always had as his scrap veal when he cleaned the legs. And then now we have everything cut up for us as well. And that's what he made his meat sauce or his meatballs. And the veal meatballs are very popular, a little bit lighter,
Yeah.
and they stay moister. And that's the way we've always done it.
I've been eating them for years. I'm living, breathing proof. Yes, exactly.
And this, you would let it soak for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to pour it into these molds. These are just ceramic baking dishes. And I mean, obviously, you could do any kind of dish that you had that would be a similar size. From one approximately 2-pound panettone, you're making 2 of these here. And then I put them in a water bath at about 375 for 45 minutes to an hour, roughly. We have a couple of finished ones here to show you. And the best thing is you top this off with a dollop of fresh whipped cream.
Wow, there you go.
See how nice they come out.
Can you see it in the back?
I don't know if you can see back there. We could walk it back there.
Yeah,
for you if you
I'll give
want.
you the angle.
Don't let it fall out. That's a beautiful.
This is a good picture of Bishop Murphy, too.
It looks like a blessing.
Good. And this is going to be part of our dessert.
We're going to have
eat
a
this too, right?
little taste of this besides the ice cream and the biscotti that we have for you later. And save room because I think that's the 5th course. That dessert is 5 courses tonight, so we have plenty of food for you.
Has anybody ever
Good
had this
times.
before, panettone bread pudding? So it'll be a first for us all, right? That'll be great, right?
It's a very flavorful dish. You've had it.
You've had it?
I bet you she's made it too, right?
You made it? Good for you.
Well, if we run into trouble in the kitchen, you come in. That's all right.
You can borrow my apron.
And that's, it's a very simple thing. And what's nice about it is you're not going to waste this. If you get 2 or 3 of them, how many you're going to eat during Christmas time. At least you have this, you make the bread pudding, and you get another meal out of it.
It's terrific, right? All right, well, listen. It's time for some pasta. That's the reason we're here, right?
Pasta's going to come out as soon as we finish.
Sal, thank you very, very much. Okay, we'll see you in a little while. Enjoy.